And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. It's a bit of a hot start, but we are continuing along with the Mega Wad Deathless, Episode 3, also called Deathless. There's a shotgun around the corner, I gotta be careful the way I peek out. And this is Map 2, Salted Earth. Alright, so we did manage. Let's go ahead and just take care of the shotgunners. Yeah, I love a double. And we don't have a ton of ammo. Let's take care of the pinky. We'll go around the other enemies and grab this box of shotguns. Now we can more readily take on some of the enemies. Let's go ahead and use this pacified area as our hold point. Yes, we can still take fire from the imps in that overhead position down the way, and enemies can come to us, but we have some freedom of maneuverability. So the next thing I do, since we've picked up the box of shotgun shells, is to patiently, one at a time, go ahead. Don't stand in front of the open room behind me. Go to the side like I'm doing here, because we want to get rid of two shotgunners here as well before they do something like that. So that's our first order of business. So this is Map 2, Salted Earth. It's a fun map. There's some distinct areas, but there's a certain logic to going about it. There's one rad suit, and there's a lot of damaging areas. I find the green goo, which is always damaging really, is especially damaging on this map, and use of the rad suit is pretty strategic, I think. Anyway, the game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform, and as always, we are playing on the ultra-violence difficulty setting, the 4th slot, in order to get 100% in all three of these categories. There's 91 kills to be had. I've already gotten a few. 2 secrets to find, and 37 items to pick up. It's my intention to show you how to do all of that effectively, efficiently, and hopefully in a fun way. So now that we've taken care of the shotgunners and pacified the general main arena, let's go ahead. Careful, like I said, the green goo is pretty damaging in this map. And let's take care of the imps. We're going to press the switch. Strafe run if you can. I'm not the best strafe runner. Maybe you're better. So now what we'll do is we have a choice between the two teleporters. I'm going to choose the left because the second time we're going to use it, I think it's better to use the left because there will be a rocket launcher there. So as soon as we grab the yellow key, a couple of cacos are going to pop out, usually a couple of lost souls too. But we do want the cacos to come to us because we got to take the teleporter again, and we don't want the caco just sitting there. It makes things uncomfortable. So now let's head back again, the left, back up, and a nice little surprise indeed. We do have a rocket launcher. I'm not 100% sure where the other caco went. Found the lost souls anyway. He must have gone out here somewhere. Huh. Oh, there he is. Another lost soul. Usually it's just 2. Okay. I don't think I have any more rockets left, so this is what I also do. I get him to come out a little bit. No? Alright, he just wants to use shotgun. That's fine. Here, we can go here just to show you on the other teleporter. Yeah, there's another box of rockets, and like the other side, there were a bunch of health bonuses. On this side, there are a bunch of armor bonuses, so don't forget to pick those up. I guess we can use one rocket just for the fun of it. And that's how this general area is first cleared. In order to get a few more shotgun shells, we'll peek in, shoot the shotgunner, and then duck back out. A little bit quicker than I did, of course, because I did take some imp fire from across the way. There's 4 pack of shotgun shells here, and of course the shotgunner's shotgun. So now we have a decent amount of ammo again. If you want to go ahead and grab the armor, not armor bonus, but the green armor, go ahead. It's damaging though, so it's really up to you. We can't get the blue key, but we can top up with the stim pack, so we'll do that for now. So now that we have the yellow key, and we have pacified this room as well, the next step is what we're going to do is we're going to go back up. We're going to take the left teleporter and go down. What we're going to do is we're going to ignore the enemies in the upper levels, but we are going to dispose of the enemies at street level, because we're going to continue down the way to the yellow door after that. So let's go down. Be careful, of course. Those imps up above are a nuisance. They do cause some damage. Grab your ammo, and that's it. We'll leave the upper imps for now. We don't have a ton of ammo in this map, so we will use it when we get it. Careful of the shotgunner, and then there are a bunch of, well, there's a couple anyway, of specters and a pinky, which makes a bit more miserable of a time if you have enemies chasing you down these stairs. So that's why I clear that room first, but not the upper level, because those imps can't chase. So we'll leave the teleporter for now, pick up the ammo. Through this door, I think there's a A zombie man has spotted us. Okay, there are more gunners in there, and we will go in there with the Brad suit to get it. We're going to grab the chain gun, and then we're going to make our way over to grab some more rockets, and this is the starting point to pacify this room. So let's go ahead. Yeah, we grab the chain gun right there. We get around everybody. Dispose of these enemies if they get in your way. Don't want to get stuck in here, though, so make your way through. And now, from a position of, hopefully, of strength, you can go ahead with the newly acquired chain gun, and of course you've picked up quite a few boxes of bullets, so you should be pretty flush. Dispose of the enemies here. So there were some rockets over there, we got those. This was the chain gun I had picked up. We'll leave those enemies for now, the pinkies, but we are going to take care of these imps because that's our next stop. After we just clear out these health bonuses, the pinkies can't come down the stairs, so we can leave them for the moment. We're going to go ahead and discover our secret. So there's a switch. You can see it over there. It's not quite the same as the mural on this side or on all the others. So let's go ahead. Take a little bit of damage, I suppose, but you got to be quick. Make your way over to this lift. And yeah, tag that secret. Not a ton of bullets needed, but go ahead. Try to strafe run if you can. Certainly strafe run better than me. And that was a nice supercharge to pick up. I say why not? I like to use one rocket here. There are 2 rockets to pick up, so it seems to be a fair trade. Press the switch. That will allow us now. Things have lowered, generally speaking. That will allow us to go ahead and get the blue key. But first we have to make our way past these enemies here. A couple of angry cacos. They're hissing. They're angry. But let's dispose of them. They've also given us a nice weapons cache here to get. So now it's time. We could either go up now and do the enemies. I suppose we can. So let's just go ahead. And we'll clear out this room since we just picked up a lot more ammo, making sure that we don't get tagged from behind, like that. So annoying, these imps, but that's the design, so I mean, what are you going to do? You can use your chain gun, I suppose. At this range, chain gun is probably the more effective weapon. Okay, so we've cleared that room entirely. There's really not much of a reason to come back here. Yeah, let's grab some more ammo. Now we can take the teleporter. This will take us back to this area. Do let us dispose of these imps. And now we're going to go get the blue key. Yes, in this room, as you can see, it's lower now. It has a surprise waiting for us. It's a caco. So we do have some rockets, so let's use at least one. Maybe some shotguns, since we're rewarded after we dispose of the caco demon with a box of shotgun shells. Let's go ahead and grab that. Up we go. Just a couple of stim packs if you need. So now, armed with the blue key, break out your chain gun. Oh, okay, I'm ahead of myself here. I already took care of them. But keep your chain gun out, I guess. There's no berserk pack, so we can go ahead and take care of the Spectre. Now we hit the switch. It will raise the drawbridge, I guess, to the other side. We're not going to go there quite yet. We have some unfinished business. Now we're going to grab the rad suit, and we're going to just take care of the other enemies that were in here. There's not many. A couple of enemies are left behind from our last adventure. Go ahead and press the switch and we can continue on now. Break out one rocket. Like I said, it's just quicker. We do want a little bit of speed here because we do want the rad suit to last. We're now going to go ahead, fire off a couple of rockets, because what we want to do is, yeah, we want to run around here. We want to grab the second rocket launcher. We want to grab the rockets. We can come back, I guess, for the health bonuses. And that's really about it. I mean, there's a little bit more to do, but I meant as far as how to pacify this area, that's how I prefer to do it, because there's a lot of green goo here. There's a lot of stuff to pick up in it, and you do lose a lot of health by doing that. So that's how I use the rad suit. You see, it doesn't last very long, of course, and that's the end of that. So now we have all of the keys. We can go ahead and make our way over with the red key. Now this is available to us. This opens up. We take this teleporter, and we could strafe run. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe we'll use a shotgun for the last imp, and we'll do our final count. All 91 kills, both secrets, and all 37 items. You know what that means? Indeed, we are done. And that is Map 2, Salted Earth, Episode 3, also called Deathless of the Megawa Deathless. It's a fun map. I think the order of things allows you to grab the ammunition, but in a certain way. If you don't do it in the manner that I've done it, I think you're likely to run out of ammo and force yourself to go into a lot of the damaging floor areas to get more. And that's probably not ideal. So that's how I set it up in order to end up with a decent amount of health throughout, decent amount of health when you're done, and of course be able to pacify the enemies in good order. Anyway, if you did enjoy the walkthrough, thought you got some good tips and tricks, or just simply liked it, yeah, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.